All right. Hello, and welcome to Anime Church. Miku, as far as your question goes and my answering of it, that is a multi-part thing. So let me go ahead and start by telling you how my week was, because that's going to be a big part of it. Wait, what? Hello? Why is the screen frozen? Hello? Are you kidding me? You there? Oh, I know why. There we go. There we go. I had something overlaid on the screen. I was like, why is it frozen? And you were being extra quiet, Fenris.
Oh, I muted my mic.
Oh, I was like, what the hell? All right. So here's what happens. First off, I got to do the basic introductions. Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, I am Richie Roberts, your minister of archaeology. No, your minister of archaeology is out. I'm not a minister of archaeology. Science and technology. Man, it has been a week. Let me just say, it has been a week. And before you start crying to me about season 2, can I fucking finish season 1 first? One moment. I'm trying not to get... it's been a really angry week. Really angry week. And I'm trying not to take it out on you guys. So, positive, happy, bubbly, woosah. Fenris, please introduce yourself.
I am Fenrisaru, and your patron saint of Snackos.
There we go.
Saint.
Patron saint of Snackos. I like that. All right. Just to go ahead and get this out of the way. So, I was working on some stuff for my mom. She's got a big, long flight out to New Zealand. If season 1 even ended yet. No, it is not ended yet. We haven't done Slime 9. I'm getting there. All right, so I was working on some stuff for my mom on one of these little 2 terabyte USB drives. It's been giving me problems all week, so I went to reformat it like I've done a few times, and I reformatted the wrong hard drive, and I lost all of my abridging stuff. 6 years of work is just gone. So now, do you understand how pissed off I am when you're like, when's Slime Season 2? The short answer is, I don't fucking know. Better answer is, more apt answer is, it gets here when it gets here. If you're asking me about Season 2 content, it gets here when it gets here. I don't have a timetable for it, and I'm not making one because that puts undue pressure on everybody. Literally, all the lines that I'd cut for Slime 9 are now gone, and I have to recut them all over again. I have to recut the lines for the takes that I want, and then also the bloopers, keeping the bloopers in, which, by the way, I did a secret stream for our patrons last night. If you're a patron, you can go check it out right now, even after the live show, where I was cutting the lines for the post-credits for Season 1. Also, the credits for Season 1, I'm going to have to redo that entirely. Here's the thing. I was able to recover the files, but they're all corrupt, so nothing can read them. Well, that's going to take a while. Might be even a week or so. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! I have to mail my hard drive off to someone else to get them to uncorrupt the files. And then to get those files sent back so that I don't have to spend an entire month redoing the credits, because that's what's going to happen. Because the credits that we put together was actually intricate. Legit, I put some time and effort into that, and I accidentally reset the wrong fucking hard drive. So it's just gone. I had to pull from a separate hard drive. I didn't have all this stuff. I only had half of it backed up because a lot of it was nonsense that didn't need to be backed up. The scripts, the ideas, and everything that I'm working for on Slime Abridged, Konosuba, Spider, all those things that you saw in the update video, those are still backed up. So the pre-production stuff is good. It's just the production stuff. I had to re-download everybody's lines, and then I had to start cutting them. I have cut 2 out of 25 characters lines. Please understand, this is going to take a while, and as much as you may want to see Slime, we've been bitched at enough about Carry On My Wayward Son's full cover, so that's going to get done first, and then we're going to work on Slime. That is the order of things. Once that gets done, we move on to Slime 9. Slime 9 is literally, once I get the lines cut and everything, and I send them back to my editors, Slime 9 is going to be one of those things that goes by very quickly. So how does the Genshin anime look? I don't know, AB Knight. We haven't even gotten to that story yet. I'm still in the here's what's going on Fat Dog segment. So, once again, I reformatted the wrong hard drive because I'm not used to having an H drive, and the zip drive was the G drive, which is supposed to be all the way at the end. I woke up that morning and was like, well, crap, this didn't work. And in my still waking up, sleep-addled brain, reformatted the wrong hard drive and lost all of my abridging folder content. All of it. Just gone. Trying to lighten the mood? Bro, asking me about the next subject is not... It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So, I was fighting the humans on Slime 9. Okay. Thank you for making Wind Reamer. Okay. I'm assuming you're talking about the Season 2 preview. Dude, we're not getting to Season 2 anytime soon. I've got some ideas for it, but, like, there's no scripts that have really been set up. I have written kind of, like, the opening outline for Episode 10. Like, just the intro of Season 10, and that's all I've done. I have to move on. I have to be, like, in the end stages of Slime 9 to move on to whatever's next. And then we move on. Like, I have ideas written down so I don't forget them, but I also have to work on, as soon as Slime is done, I have to start working on Spider and go into Konosuba and then Slime 10. So there's a lot of stuff in between. It's going to take a while. You're going to have to be patient. I'm sorry. I know it's not something that the internet is used to, but it's called patience. And I know it's not something that con goers are used to, but it's called a bath. All right. I know it's new, monkey, but it's called a bath. Anyway, that having been said, let's get on to the actual news. Yeah. I think you can unmute now. You're good, Fenris.
All right, so before we get to the news, for only $5, you can help make Cody over here, my dog, fat. Every $5, I will feed him one of these.
I will find a way. You know what? I do need, everybody needs happy times. Okay, so on top of that, my fat ass broke my new chair. I have a new chair. Haven't even had it a week. I sat down in it, and the crap, cheap plastic leg broke. And so I
Oh,
had to duct tape it. And so if I look like I'm sitting weird, it's because I don't want my chair to fall over. That's why. Toby, get in here. Come on. Come. Yes. Get in. Come. You're looking at me like I'm going to kidnap you.
here's a
What the fuck is wrong with you, Toby? The fuck? Speaking of dogs who are extra chonkers, did somebody already? I was just gonna say. I was like, damn, did somebody already get it? Come here. There we go. Get that stuff out your eyes. There we go. Come here. Ready? 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 Oh. See, look at this face. Don't you want to feed this face snacks? Don't you want to feed this face snacks? He's begging for it. He wants the snackos. You can also play the Toby drum, the tummy drum. Yeah. Yes. Scritches on the
No, no,
tail.
nobody's paid for that yet.
Scritches on the tail. Kisses. But I want. But I want. All right. So now that we've guilted them into donating for doggos. I love that. Donations for doggos.
Yes.
Let's get into the actual reasons why we're here. About my brother. Also, I can't donate. Oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry about it,
Brother's
Mika.
fat. Don't worry. He broke my arm entire. He broke your entire setup. Damn. Because he broke your entire setup. Jesus. Bro, that's some kind of harsh shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's some harsh shit. All right, so we got a lot to go through. And guys, this is 2 weeks worth of content as condensed as I can make it. Because I had last week off, if you guys recall. My parents were in town. I went to go see them. A good time was had by all. It was my dad's 65th birthday. And we got together and celebrated. And I don't see my parents in person often. So, yeah. Wonderful. So, for those of you that don't know, Genshin is getting an anime. It's being done by Ufotable. So if there was any animation company, I was like, all right, that has a chance. It's Ufotable. Now, whether you love Genshin, you hate Genshin, or you're just kind of okay or you're just kind of whatever about it. This is actually kind of a good thing, honestly, because I think there's a lot of games that lately have been getting like good animation treatment and they've been treated with care. It's not just a cash grab. I'm interested to see what they do. I like a lot of the lore and the story that's going on in Genshin, and they did say that this is a long running project. It's not going to be a OVA or a one off movie. Like, it's a series that they're doing. The animation, of course, looked fucking crisp. Would not expect any different from Ufotable. This happened during their live event for the next update, and it kind of caught everybody by surprise. We were not expecting that. And there were a lot of like nice surprises and things that are coming for the updates. Genshin's been killing it, especially on the whole, hey, we're going to release an event and then an event following the event and then an event following the event. Like, sometimes you'll have events overlapping, so there's just primos for everybody. If you play and you know what primos are, you're happy. If you don't play, I understand. Trust me, I understand when people are like, it's a gacha game. Absolutely understand. I know that it's mostly free to play, but at the same time, I also understand that the gacha element is very, very tempting. My thing would be, don't miss out on a good story just because of one thing that you don't like. So jump on YouTube, check out the lore nerds and all that stuff, especially with the Nara and the Varuna stories and all that stuff. That the side story that went on, the big side story that went on in the latest updates for Sumeru was really, really good. It's really enjoyable. I would highly suggest checking out people going through and doing deep dives of it. Oh, hey, Moon!
Almost ready. Give me a sec.
That's okay. Good news. You arrived at the first story.
Dope.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to check out any of them.
Speaking of Fat Dog content, that reminds me. If you become a patron today, you will get access to episode 6 of Moon reacting to Mushoku Tensei stuff.
Yeah, I think it's still uploading. I hope I was not stupid
Here's
enough to
the
hit exit when I left.
Here's the funny
Okay.
thing. Here's the funny thing, dude. So last night I was doing some Destiny rating stuff with DDA, and he was like, "Hey, so yeah, as it turns out, I finally sat down and watched the first episode of Mushoku Tensei. You've been hyping it up this whole time, and holy shit, it was good." And I'm like, "Fucking right?
It is.
Right?"
Vindication.
Here's the thing, guys. I will do my best not to steer you wrong. I will do my best not to steer you wrong. If I'm not sure about something, I will tell you that I am not sure about something. And the reason, once again, that I'm leaning this way is because I got a broken chair piece on this side. I'm going to have to switch out with this steel leg piece to this. That way I don't have to worry about this shit anymore, because that fucker ain't breaking. Woosah. All right. So yeah, I like the story for Genshin. I'm excited because this is a ufotable anime, but I understand that people will have differing opinions on this, and I'm interested to see yours. I want to know what you guys think. So let me know down in the live chat. Let me know in the comments, and of course, I want to get your thoughts on this, Fenris.
Genshin itself, I played since day one up until about 2 months ago. I absolutely loved it. The story, top tier. All the characters they put in with almost every update, a lot of them I really enjoy, especially the memes around Klee, because let's face it, she's just a genocidal murder hobo.
Who's adorable. Yeah.
Uh,
So she's basically the Dark Elves and Overlord. Yeah.
that being said, I'm still very skeptical about animes based on games.
Well, we're gonna cover a little bit of that too with another anime that is killing it on Netflix. That is centered around a game or based around a game. It's telling its own independent story. It's not telling the story of the game. But again, it's also, I think it does help when you have a world that's really, really fleshed out. Like, yeah, there's a lot to play with in Arcane because League of Legends isn't exactly like, it may be, but like most people don't think about it being very lore heavy. So your casual fan is gonna learn more from watching this than they would like some deep dive into lore for League of Legends. It's like also the difference between how Arcane worked and Cyberpunk worked is that when people went to play their respective games, when they went to play League versus when they went to play Cyberpunk, even if it was still kind of a little janky and had some bugs still in it that haven't been fully patched, playing Cyberpunk is a much better experience than playing League.
It's a lot less toxic.
Oh yeah.
No, but the glitches can be hilarious.
Well,
Yes, they
there's
can.
a couple of things we're gonna jump on that in a bit, but
Hmm.
yeah, I understand the skepticism when it comes to transitioning a game to an anime, but I'm more reticent to trust an anime production than I would be, say, just a one-off movie, i.e., Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, or the fact that it's not getting a live-action adaptation. Why do we have Why do we have to adapt all of these good anime and video games into live action for Western media to ruin it? Dear Hollywood, dear Netflix, quit fucking shit up. If you can't do it right to begin with, don't do it at all.
Because Hollywood is out of ideas.
Looking at you, Death Note, looking at you, Resident Evil, kind of looking at you, second half of Cowboy Bebop. The first half was actually admittedly really good. The second half was just so bad it ruined the rest of it. Also, we learned a very valuable lesson. Ed does not translate to live action.
No.
Mm-mm.
Here's the thing. For as much shit as Ed gave, for as much shit as Ed got, and as cringe as that was not anybody's fault. That was a spot-on Ed performance, and it was terrible. Because it just does not carry over.
It doesn't translate.
It's endearing in the anime. It's annoying in live action. It does not feel the same.
Also, Miku has a question about how did
God.
y'all voice Shion's voice?
This is a news show, not a Q&A. How did we voice Shion's voice? I cast somebody that I knew could act. And that was basically it. Yeah. Anyway.
Welcome to Casting 101.
Yeah. All right. So, thoughts on Genshin anime, Moon?
I don't play Genshin.
Yeah, but Ufotable is doing a Genshin anime. Even if you don't, I don't need to know whether you played Genshin or not. That's actually a more valuable opinion if you don't play Genshin. So, what are your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts are the same as every other video game anime I've seen. We'll see how it turns out. I watched the Cyberpunk anime up to episode, I think it was 8 or 10 last night.
10 is the end.
Okay, so it was episode 8. I watched up to that last night, which
I am so proud of you.
So good.
So good. It's so good. All right.
I got bored playing other video games, so I was just like, I'll watch it.
Here's the thing. My current build that I'm doing, shameless plug, like Zoinks Gaming over on Twitch, twitch.tv/likezoinksgaming. I am playing a Lucy build for my V character in Cyberpunk 2077. So literally, it's the mono wires, except mine are thermal, so they do fire damage on top of physical damage.
Ooh.
So they burn right through you. But I'm also that cyberware hacking Edgerunner kind of character. Also, just so you know, the Edgerunner DLC came out like 2 days before the anime dropped. You can find Rebecca's shotgun in the game and David's jacket. David's mom's jacket is in the game. You have to go to certain places and locate it. But we'll get to that. There's so much I want to say about the Cyberpunk stuff. I am so excited. There's like really good news about that. All right.
Just don't spoil it.
Yeah. Guys, so let us know your thoughts about this Genshin anime. I'm kind of hopeful for it because it's ufotable. That's the last take we're gonna have on that one. Okay. Now we get to talk about Cyberpunk, and I've got 2 articles for Cyberpunk that we're gonna talk about. All right. So the first off, Studio Trigger on Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the lolly must stay, said Studio Trigger, even though CD Projekt Red was, we don't really like lollies. Can you please not add one trigger? If we can't add a lolly, then you're not getting an anime for your game. Absolutely amazing this actually happened. So there's an actual article that was published showing that one of the best girls of this show, Rebecca, who is like this tiny little aggressive tsundere badass. Initially, the CD Projekt Red didn't want her in, and she turns out to be one of the best characters in the show. Just
for sure.
Like the heart on this girl, just the heart of gold. There is already a mod out there that you can give your player character V her tattoos, like her specific tattoo setup. Yeah.
I like that.
And the mod for the eyes, the eye mod for her. So yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that went on here, but if you've seen the anime up to a certain point and you've met Rebecca, you already know. God damn it, I'm glad they put her in because she's awesome. I can't state enough how amazing that shit was. Like, goddamn, sir. Goddamn. Oh, there was a lot. There was a lot. Oh, did I add this? No, I didn't add it to the... Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of things. This anime was fantastic. I can't go into it right now too much. As of my last looking on Rotten Tomatoes, it had a 100% critic rating and a 97% audience rating. Damn.
That is impressive.
That one motherfucker that did not give it 5 stars is going to be hunted down and burned. This did a lot. This anime did a lot. This is how good this anime was. People were talking about this anime in the same context as Arcane. Because it's just that good. Also, if you're squeamish,
don't watch.
It's
very blood heavy.
There is blood and sex all over the place. If you're not comfortable with casual nudity, get over it. Because titty. Titties for everybody.
Yay, titties.
Yay, titties. It's not gratuitous. It's just kind of there. Because that's, if you have not played Cyberpunk, that's kind of how it is. You can kind of run around Night City and do what you want. Also, the locations that you actually see in the show are in the effing game. You can go there.
You could go to Afterlife, and it looks just like that.
You can go to the place where Lucy and Dave had their first date, and like literally, it's there. You can actually buy Dave's apartment. Like that, they're all real locations in the game. Also, for those of you who are just getting into this, you're like, how does this pertain to relation to the game? Edgerunners takes place in Cyberpunk year 2076. It literally takes place maybe a couple of months before the events of Cyberpunk 2077. I'm not exactly sure, but it's like maybe a year apart. It's not. It's not like. I will sit here and say, I'll tell you straight up, the anime story probably a better story than the game overall. But there's never been a better time to come in and jump into the game because a lot of the major issues have been patched. The state of the game right now is what it should have been released in. And there's a couple of things that are going really, really positive behind the scenes with CD Projekt Red that I think you should know about. Number one, as of right now, CD Projekt Red made the decision during this time to make the game half off. It is $30 for the entire game. I cannot begin to tell you how much of a steal that is.
I don't think that'll fit on my computer, though.
Secondly, the guys over at CD Projekt Red decided, fuck it, we're going to get in with the mod community. So they made a mod manager for Cyberpunk so that you can go through and turn individual mods on and off and add them for ease of use. So it's more user-friendly to mod your version of Cyberpunk 2077. That's free. You don't pay for it. That's free DLC for the game. Next, there's also another big patch coming up that's going to fix some police issues. And they've got a major, and they're not joking when they said this. They said it's bigger than the DLC that they released for The Witcher 3, which was like almost an entirely different game. Like it was that big. They said this one's bigger. It's going to be a major content release, free DLC. Shit. The only sad news here is that, unfortunately, it's only going to be available on the current gen consoles. So the previous generation consoles will not be getting this, and that's sad if you don't own the new Xbox or the new PlayStation. But if you're playing it on PC, you're good. You're good. No problem. Cyberpunk is big in scope. I'm just letting you know. It's gonna be a thing, but it's crazy how much some other stuff has happened. Also, lastly, Cyberpunk just set a new record. It just beat The Witcher 3 for most consecutive players online in a single day on Steam.
So CD Projekt Red takes up both spots.
Yeah, takes up both spots. See, dude, because people are coming back and playing the game, and new people are coming in and playing the game, and it's not a buggy mess. The game actually is working properly. And last but not least, here's the best news coming in from the behind the scenes. The people at CD Projekt Red are going to the developers and asking them when it's ready for release. They're no longer asking their board. Their board can fuck off. They're going, hey, to the developers, is this ready? And if it's not ready, they won't announce anything, or they'll retract release dates, stuff like that. They're like, look, we're not releasing a buggy mess anymore. They have very, very much learned their lesson. And these are just massive positives coming from CD Projekt Red. Like, the game upon launch, the reviews were very, very mixed. And now it's gotten to the point where it's all mostly positive. So let's hope that this goodwill and everything transitions over. I've been watching like a lot of different like Legacy Killer HD and Young Ye and a lot of people who really tore into Cyberpunk rightfully when it launched, who have come back and replayed the game after watching the anime and were like, holy shit, this game is completely like, it's still the same game, but it feels so different because things are working better. All these systems that we had complaints about are fixed. And like, there's even stuff that we didn't notice or think about that got fixed. Small things like now, sometimes when you go to bed, your romance partner will be in bed with you.
Oh.
Yeah. Or
nice.
You'll get extra text stuff from your romance partner. Things like that. Yeah. So
I remember, yeah, there was a YouTuber I watched who did a full review of the game when it came out, when it was at its worst, of course. beat 'em ups. He did a whole parody of "We Didn't Start the Fire" because of all the promises that CD Projekt made, or CD Projekt had made, that just were not a part of it.
There will be, apparently there are no major updates or DLCs or expansions coming to Cyberpunk 2077. And the reason they're giving is because they're switching gaming engines. They're no longer using their internal gaming engine. They're going to be moving to Unreal 5.
Like everyone else, which is good. It's good.
Unreal 5 is very, very promising.
Mm-hmm.
If you have not seen some of the stuff that has been created in Unreal 5, it's ridiculous.
It's amazing.
Especially how it can do so much and use so little. So it's not going
And
to
isn't Unreal
set your shit on fire.
Isn't the base engine, isn't it free?
Unreal Engine? I don't know if it's open source or not. I'd have to look into it, but it's
I'm
possible.
going to look into it.
Alrighty. We want to know your thoughts and opinions on what you think about Cyberpunk 2077 and specifically what's going on with CD Projekt Red. And if you watched the Edgerunners anime, let us know what you thought about it. Did you like it? Not like it? Why? Why not? Who's your favorite character? Why? What did you think about? I can't go, dude. We could do our own show on Edgerunners, but we're trying not to do a spoiler segment right now. So, that having been said, that's going to be the end of us talking about Cyberpunk. I know we talked about the game more than anything. What?
I'm looking at the Unreal Engine's website. It does this amazing thing. So when you're first looking at it, you're looking at a beautiful 3D landscape, fully 3D generated. It looks real. And then you start scrolling down and it starts moving.
Yeah.
The page does not scroll until like you scroll for like another 2 or 3 times. This is my first time visiting the website. But it does look like it's just a free download too. So that's amazing.
Serious push for player goodwill. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what is free to a point? No, Cyberpunk is well, you got to pay for the base game, but everything else is the patches and the DLC is going to be free.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Unreal Engine thing
free
itself.
To a point. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, the game engine. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other things that people have built in there that that you can purchase. The base Unreal is probably free.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like Daz Studios. You can download Daz Studios and get a whole bunch of free shit, but everything else you need to make anything else, gotta pay for.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Plugins, add-ons, all that stuff. Oh, he's on this. Yeah, I can't. I have
it's
so
amazing.
much stuff up right now. I can't. But let
I
us
feel
know.
I feel that.
Give us your rating, 1 through 10. If you saw the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime, what did you think? I think it's one of the best stories that Netflix has actually told. It's truly a original anime thing going on here. Also, if you're wanting to know why everything looks so goddamn good, it's because the guy that's in charge of it cut his teeth doing the mechanical animation designs on Evangelion, and then moved from that to the fucking mechs in Gurren Lagann. So if you want to know why the mechs and the technology look so goddamn good in the Edgerunner series, that's why. They did not play Studio Trigger. Well, actually, Studio Trigger did come to play and play in the sandbox of the Cyberpunk universe. They did. There were a lot of big lore drops talking about actually why it is that certain characters in the game versus the characters in Edgerunners go psycho, go cyber psycho, and what cyber psycho actually is. Because there are people, not everybody that turns cyber psycho is unable to come back from the brink. It's really, I would suggest looking around on all this stuff. There's so much in-depth stuff that I've been checking out lately. It's like, oh God, what is a cyber psycho? And I just realized that one of the Max Tac people is a former cyber psycho. And she was from the original Cyberpunk 2077 trailer. And there's a side mission where you can actually see her from the original trailer. And she's in the game. It's crazy how many fucking just buried like little Easter eggs and shit are in there. There's still unsolved mysteries within Cyberpunk. It's been out for 2 fucking years and there's still mysteries. I mean, granted, Destiny Forsaken has been out for like 3-4 years, and we don't know what the 15th wish is. So, yeah, there's plenty of games out there that have their little hidden things that the community hasn't figured out yet. But that having been said, let us know your thoughts on Cyberpunk, the game and the anime, in the chat or the comments. All right, moving on, because this anime was so good, we could gush about it forever, couldn't we?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, god damn it. All right, here's the thing. We'll probably sit down and do an actual like sit down discussion about this at a later point and just upload it. Like whatever. Here it is. Okie dokie. Oh, I'm loving that. Yeah. If you did not hear, there's a lot of stuff that we're going into the anime side of things. There's a lot of stuff that got announced that I was really excited about that came out last week, and then there's some new stuff from this week that we're just gonna shotgun blast out there and get thoughts and opinions. But already looking forward to this because I thought it was one of the best series, best news shows that came out in I think spring. Was it spring? Yeah. I think it was. Yeah, it was
Pretty sure,
spring.
yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty sure.
Pretty
it was
sure.
Spring. If you have not seen My Dress Up Darling, please do it. Officially announced, My Dress Up Darling is getting a season 2. Now, Moon, I'm not going to bother asking you because I know that you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Fenris, have you watched it?
I've watched the first 2 episodes,
Okay.
and that was a week ago because time constraints due to slave stop. But only reason I watched it, one of my favorite voice actresses voices the English Marin.
Oh, okay, there you go. So just a heads up to everybody if you have not watched it, it's wholesome AF. It's really weird to say that a series is both wholesome AF and then like fan service AF. Because there be fan service aplenty. And guys, just know that I did write a script, an honest trailer script for this show, where one of the statements I made was, finally no noses are being bloodied. The circulatory system works. It went where it was supposed to. Best anime of the year, 10 out of 10. The boner has lifted. Literally one of the things. But then in the same thing, I also criticized everybody for sexualizing teenagers. So I mean, it's not you have your cake and eat it too. It's like, I'm just as big of a hypocrite as the rest of you. But it's such a fucking wholesome show. I love it. Also, it's a good look into the cosplay community, or like how crazy it is to try and make and build your own cosplay.
Not just that, it also touches on how some people feel like they still have to hide their cosplay addiction or the fact they enjoy cosplay to keep up their, daily lives.
Right. And when they start going into the costs and expenses for everything, holy shit.
Yeah, it's
But
not
I'm
cheap.
super excited for this. I want to know if you guys are too. Also, if you would like to have Moon watch this series in a reaction, go ahead and post that in there. We'll add it to the list.
Definitely.
Yeah. It is
But,
a good show.
I'm about to put in
This is one of those series
shit
don't watch
posts.
while horny.
My favorite thing to ever come out of this series that I have not seen.
This series that you have not seen. Okay.
Yes, it's hilarious, especially because of the whatever it's called, cosplay aspect of it.
Why
Do you know
are
how
you
difficult
talking
it
about-
is?
Why are you talking like Captain Kirk?
Because brain not function properly. It's difficult.
To say the least.
Yes.
What does God need with a starship?
I wish I knew the answer.
All right,
Mr. Spock.
Suck it, Spock. On to other things that are getting confirmed and greenlit for new seasons. I've watched season 1, but I need to rewatch season 1 so I can actually watch season 2. Rent a Girlfriend confirmed for a 3rd season. I'm happy for that. I enjoyed the 1st season. I don't know if the 2nd season was trash or if it was good. If you've seen the 2nd season, let me know, but don't dive into any kind of spoiler. It's good stuff. And also, if another one you want to add to Moon's list, his ever-growing list of shit he needs to watch.
Yeah, it's
The
great.
good news is we've
If-
now gotten to a point where he could release the reactions once a week.
Much faster.
Much
Yeah.
faster. Eventually, we will get to the point where it's like we barely need to edit anything, and you could just be like, "All right, so we'll
Well,
cut, like this
I-
5 minutes out if needed," and then it's like throw it up, and so they get out a lot quicker. So maybe he can watch some more stuff.
Yeah, I didn't have too much editing I had to do on the recent Mushoku Tensei reaction. I had to fix some stuff because, for whatever reason, when we actually started watching it, everything got recorded in mono. So I had
Oh.
to convert it to MP3, put that in Audacity, convert it to stereo, and then put it back in with the rest of the video. It was so annoying.
Well, there's a thing in your settings about that.
Yeah, we already fixed that. We fixed that right after that episode, thank God. But
okay,
still,
okay. So the audio issues will be completely fixed by next episode, because that's once
Yes.
after that episode we use the plugin, right?
yeah, it's either after that episode or a couple more, but we had it to a point where everything was pretty much fixed. There may be a couple more episodes where I have to grab audio from the actual episode itself, but our audio is fine.
Right. Okay. Alrighty. Well, so yeah, Rent a Girlfriend gets a 3rd season. There we go. Let's see. Next up. Okay, this one I'm a little salty about, because fuck, why did they get all the good shit and we don't? So while we're gonna be at AWA, we will not be able to attend New York Comic Con because it's in the same month and we don't make that kind of money. If you want to help us make that kind of money, become a patron today.
You know, I would love to visit New York sometime.
I've done it.
Not this year though.
I've been to NYCC.
I've only been to like the broader majority of the Southeast, and that's
11
it.
years ago, I went to the debut of Fairy Tale at New York Comic Con.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Funimation was kind enough to vet for me, and I was like, fuck.
Nice.
Anyway, so Chainsaw Man anime gets its U.S. premiere at New York Comic Con. Those motherfuckers, they get to see it before we do. How dare they? Bitches. But yeah, they're gonna get to see it a little bit early. Thoughts? Are you gonna be at New York Comic Con? Most of us probably no, because we're broke bitches. How do
Why
you
am I
feel
broke?
about
Well,
this?
I'm going to AWA.
It's good that everybody's going. It's good that everybody's going to all the. It's good that we're getting Chainsaw Man in general. I don't know where that statement was going. It just walked away from me without my permission. Did not ask to be excused. Oh.
You should really train your statements to be a bit better.
Oh man, they're not Pokemon, unfortunately. Look at you trying to spread your arceology around.
I mean, it's what I do. Praise Arceus.
Praise.
Praise.
Right, so, I just thought it was neat that they're actually premiering it at a con. I know that's becoming a more and more commonplace thing, but I was just like, okay, this is neat. How do people feel about it? And that's kind of where I'm at generally. How do you guys feel about it? It doesn't
haven't
matter
seen
what
it.
you think.
I haven't even seen any of Chainsaw Man, so
Well, here's the good news. Neither has anyone else. It hasn't been released yet.
what?
Yes.
But I see like so
Yes.
many memes and shit when I scroll through Reddit.
It's a
It's
fucking
the
manga, and it's
manga.
a trailer. That's all it's been. The
Oh.
anime has not released yet. That's what we're
Damn.
talking about. When we said premiere, we were talking about. Did you hear me say season 2 or movie or any of that stuff? I just said Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
The first episode has not dropped. It is premiering at New York Comic Con. Now, with that context in mind, what the fuck do you think, Moon?
Chainsaw Go Burr.
It do go burr. Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
Fenris, please save us. Fenris, please save us.
I know of the manga. I have actually ordered it, and I'm waiting for it to arrive so I can actually read through it before the premiere. But everything I've heard, it is bloody. It is gory.
It is
It
dark.
sounds like everything I want.
Yeah, it sounds like everything we could possibly want in an anime.
Sounds like a man made of
Yes.
chainsaws.
No. He's not a man made of chainsaws. The chainsaws burst out of him.
It's like Tokyo Gore Police.
It sounds like a man made of chainsaws.
No.
I mean,
No. Listen here, you little fuck.
There's no saving this, Richard.
I'm not a little fuck, thank you.
Yes, you are.
I'm kind of big. I'm about a medium.
All right. So once again, something that I don't know anything about, but I'm kind of excited to see because I've heard about this. I did not know it was getting an anime. The Legend of Mana, the Teardrop Crystal anime's second promo reveals more of the cast, which it's nice that there's a cast reveal and all that. I gotta be honest, haven't watched the trailer. I've heard of Legend of Mana. For those of you that know about it, tell me what it is, and
I
if
think
you
it's
like
a game.
I think it's a game too, but I didn't want to assume because that makes an ass out of you and Ming.
But I am an ass.
Your name is Ming?
No, I said I'm an ass.
I said it makes an ass out of you and Ming.
I don't know who Ming is.
Exactly. Nobody
Okay.
knows. It's a Team 4-star thing. Goku is stupid. Anyway.
Yes, he is.
Anyway.
All
so
according to Keiki.
All according to Cake. Keikaku means plan. Anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, just so you know, I don't know anything about this series or this game or what. So if you know about Legends of Mana or Legend of Mana, let us know what you think. Are you excited for this anime? Or are you not? I'm more curious to hear your opinions than I am to give mine because I don't know jack shit. The animation looks solid.
I like the waifus.
It is a series done by Square Enix, so we'll see. But Warner Brothers Japan is putting it out. Who knows? We've had some good game anime coming out lately. Maybe this can continue the trend, or is it going to be the thing that finally stops us in our tracks? All right, guys. We're only a few weeks away from the second half of Spy Family.
I still need to finish the first half. Fuck.
We got more Anya coming, baby.
Yeah.
I had to explain. I explained this to. I can't remember who. I had to explain this to somebody recently. No, it was Calvin. I was telling Calvin about this because I got to talk to Calvin for the first time in a long time. Love you, Calvin.
Aww.
Yeah. He's my heterosexual life partner. But no. We were talking about it, and I was like, okay, so girl's a telepath, dad's a spy, mom's an assassin. The mom and the dad don't know that they're spies and assassins. The daughter knows it all. Because he hasn't shown up yet, I haven't talked about the dog.
Soon.
But the dog has special powers too.
Oh, God.
Yes! It's great! And Anya, being the telepath, knows the special powers!
Of course.
It's fucking phenomenal. All right. So last week they released a I guess a little teaser trailer thing for the second half of season 2, and it debuted Souvenir by the band Bump of Chicken, which by the way that's an awesome name. Bump of Chicken. I love that. It's like it sounds dumb but also metal at the same time, and I'm here for it. I mean, keep in mind, whoever expected baby metal to be quite what it was, you know? Anyway, that having been said, I mean, I'm always going to be the guy that sits there and says that the first ending for Spy Family was the best and there's no way you can top comedy. But which is the name of the song, the lo-fi track at the end is named Comedy. I just don't see anything overtaking that, but hey, you're welcome to try, and if you succeed, I will be even more excited. The openings weren't that big of a thing, and I'm someone that usually skips openings and endings because number one, spoilers, and number two, if the song doesn't grab me, then I'm not gonna keep listening to it. So I'm very picky about like my openings and endings for my anime. So I'm curious. It didn't really thrill me, but what was everybody else's thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And did you see Fenris? Did you see this trailer thing that I'm talking about? What did you think?
Oh my god, yes. Oh, words cannot express how excited I am.
Mm-hmm. I did show Calvin one thing from the anime. I showed him the punch heard around the world.
Yes.
I was like, okay, so here's the context. She's getting bullied. He goes, okay, and so literally, he got to see the heh face, and he loved that. Hey, and then he got to see the punch. And the aftermath of the punch. We went back and watched it 4 times. Calvin was dying, and I'm like, "You need to watch this show."
It's
this
so
girl
good.
just turned around, planted her foot, and said she's gonna eat that horse. It was so good. All right.
And again.
Oh, man. Yeah, let us know what you guys think about this. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. Now,
I think the last episode I watched was when they actually staged a whole castle thing from her show, her
that's
favorite
still
show.
early. That's still super early. Oh my god, that's great.
God.
You
That was
haven't even
such
gotten
an
to
awesome
heh
episode.
face. I love it because that's your first time seeing Drunk Yor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Drunk Yor is great.
It was
All
so
right.
much fun.
All right, moving on. Next topic. I'm sorry I'm going through this so fast, but we've got so much to cover. Like, so much. All right. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion Remaster is coming to December 13th release date. I never played Crisis Core, so I don't have any particular feels on this. I think that Final Fantasy VII is a good story that got overhyped. However, knowing all the details that I know about 7 and Advent Children and some of the other stuff around it, I've heard nothing but good things about Crisis Core. I never checked out Dirge of Cerberus. Don't really care about Dirge of Cerberus, but Crisis Core I've heard a lot of good shit about. So,
yeah.
And considering that they're putting Crisis Core characters into the 7 remake now, with the Yuffie DLC, as I like to call it, what are your thoughts? Are you excited for this? Should I play it? That's the real question.
I would say yes. It should be a fun one. I actually played a little bit of Crisis Core back when it was on. I'm pretty sure it was Crisis Core back when it was on PSP. I didn't own it, but a friend of mine did. And I remember it was a fun time. It wasn't turn-based like most of the other Final Fantasies. And it's a prequel to 7, if I'm remembering correctly.
You are remembering correctly.
Okay,
a direct prequel. Because literally it ends where... See, a lot of the stuff that they showed, especially the ending of it, people were like, oh my god. And I'm like, did you not know about this? There's a Final Fantasy VII anime that is like a prequel to the actual story of 7.
Yeah, Advent Children?
No. Advent Children is a sequel. No, there was a proper anime. Not a CG thing. An actual
This is my first time hearing it. This is my first time hearing of that.
Check out Final Fantasy VII anime.
Okay.
When you had the chance.
At some point. Yeah.
Guys, what do you think of this? Let me know down in the comments. How excited are you for 7 for this remake of Crisis Core? Yeah. I'm interested to get thoughts and opinions, not so much thought and prayers. Alrighty. Fuck. Here we go. The thing I have been anticipating the most that I was really, really surprised about. Ladies and gentlemen, the sequel to Breath of the Wild now has a title, and even more surprising, a release date. I will not forget this release date. Thank you very much, Dragon Ball Z. So, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. It was just a small little teaser. We haven't even got a proper trailer yet for it. But we got a name, and we got a release date of May 12th. So this game is releasing on May 12th, 10 a.m., 9 miles off of South City. I love the people that got that joke and started putting the memes out of like, hey, if you want to play the new Zelda, the androids have it. Because May 10th, or no, May 12th is literally when the androids show up in from the future Trunks prediction, and I'm
Oh,
loving that. Oh, it's so
fun.
good. The amount of memes that came from that. But did either of you see the short little trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think?
I'm excited. I'm very
I am the
excited.
Zelda lore nerd here, I think. So if you have any questions about it, yes, the sky stuff is in there, so it kind of is a little bit Skyloft, which Skyloft is connected to everything. But
Mhm.
also this feels like was it Skyloft that had the cuckoos where you had to go up into the, or because I'm pretty sure that was Twilight Princess where you had the Sky Temple.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. It looks like we're getting some of that in here too. It looks like we're getting some of the Twilight Princess stuff and the Skyward Sword stuff, which they could be directly connected, and I just don't know it yet. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking this. I'm liking the information we're getting on the Zonai. If you did not run around and do your investigatory duty in, like how I said that word, duty,
Yeah, duty.
you would say it in the turd way.
Yes, I would.
What a crappy personality you have.
Don't be a poop about it.
All right, sir, we're gonna have to flush you right out of this. You need to wipe away that grin, sir. All right. You don't give you any kind of paper for this.
All right, that's enough toilet humor.
Make it like Mario. You're gonna have to go down the pipe.
If we're not careful, people are gonna start getting pissed. Okay.
Well, if they drank their fluids, that wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, that having been said, I'm really digging this trailer. I was super excited that they finally announced something for this. We've been waiting for a long time. Let's face it, there's a lot of people out there, myself included, that only got a Switch because Zelda and Breath of the Wild. My roommate is now playing Breath of the Wild because last week I got him a Switch and gave him my Breath of the Wild to play because I'm like, I have a bunch of different games. If you don't know what games I have on Switch, I have Breath of the Wild.
Goes.
Funny story, guys. If my internet poops on me like that, they can't hear you. So you go in, hey, what's on your watch list? Can you tell us what's on your watch list? Nobody can hear you but you two and me.
I mean, I figured as much.
All right. So where did I cut out?
All I remember is you were doing this, and I was like, man, there's a lot of British people that are gonna be upset.
Yeah.
All right. So number 1, I have Breath of the Wild. Number 2, I have there. In case I freeze, at least it's on peace. Number 2, I have the Hyrule Warriors Breath of the Wild prequel thing.
Age of Calamity.
Yes, Age
So
of
good.
Calamity. That's it.
So damn good.
I have not finished it, but yes, I'm enjoying it. Mario Maker 2. Pokemon Arceus. Yeah, I was gonna say Mario Odyssey. And let's see, I have like a bunch of regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo games on here as well. So I'm playing. Of course I am. Of course I am. If we're going back to Super Nintendo, you bet your fucking ass I'm sitting here playing fucking Link to the Past. That was the game that got me started really in the Zelda stuff. Like I'd played Legend of Zelda, the original. It's like, it's nice, it's okay, it's whatever. And then Jesus, I played the shit out of that game. My brother and I both played the shit out of that game. And then, Super Mario World, because we love that for Super Nintendo. Mario 3 for regular Nintendo, things like that. And of course, I have Final Fantasy 8 remastered for the Switch. Because
Also, I have a prediction for this Kingdom Hearts. We're going to find the sages.
The Kingdom Hearts.
The 7 sages. Kingdom Hearts, did I? God help me. Legend of Zelda. Sorry, the last
When
big
you
game I
walk
had to worry about
away,
was
you don't
you
hear
don't
me say,
hear me say,
please take your
please.
hands off the Triforce.
Oh, that's great.
All right. What are your thoughts about on this new Zelda? Are you guys excited? Yes, no. Let us know in the comments below. We've got a big thing to talk about right now. Okay. For those of you in the voiceover world or the anime world, if you did not hear about this, don't worry. We're going to tell you about it now. Kyle McCartney may not star in Mob Psycho 103. McCarley, sorry. Anime due to disagreement with Crunchyroll on about union dubs. It did get updated. They're being kind about it. Straight up, I gotta say, Crunchyroll was the dick in this situation. 100%. Before you guys ask, no, he was not asking for more money. He was not asking for anything other than he was like, dude, I will be happy to sit down and discuss this stuff with you. Or I'd be happy to go ahead and reprise the role with the contract as it is right now. All I ask in return is if you guys will schedule a meeting. Just a meeting. They didn't have to agree to any terms. Just schedule a meeting with the SAG-AFTRA union, right? If you don't know what SAG-AFTRA is, I highly encourage you to look it up. I almost said lick it up because yeah. But I highly encourage you guys to look it up and check what all they're about. But it boils down to, at least from Kyle's end of things, his health. A lot of it is like healthcare and limits that they put on the amount of screaming and things like that, so your voice is protected. You know, just when you actually sit down and listen to his concerns, they seem very rational, and this does not. None of this comes across as greedy. So if you're thinking, oh, is a voice actor demanding more? He didn't demand anything from his contract. All he was like, hey, would you sit down and at least talk with them? They didn't even do that. They wouldn't even agree to that. So what happened was their follow-up response was, hey guys, we're excited to bring you their corporate speech stuff of we're excited to bring you season 3 now with all new voices. So literally they're trying to spin this in a way that doesn't make them look like dicks, and they looked even more like dicks. So I know people that work at Crunchyroll. They're nice people. They're very nice people on both sides. But no, guys, yeah, fuck Crunchyroll. They're in the wrong on this one. 100%. And I'm not even the biggest pro union guy. Like if you're thinking I'm gonna be like unions for everything, in some cases yes, in some cases no. Do I think we need better union protection? Absolutely yes. Labor needs better because corporations have been running roughshod over their employees for decades now, and it's about time somebody fucking did something about it. Yeah, Crunchyroll just was like, yeah, we're recasting. What was their? Oh, the following. Crunchyroll is excited to bring fans worldwide the dub of the 3rd season of Mushoku Tensei, Mob Psycho 100, as a simul dub, the same day and date as the Japanese broadcast. We will be producing the English dub at our Dallas production studios, and to accomplish this seamlessly per our production, accomplish this seamlessly per our production and casting guidelines, we will need to recast some roles. We're excited for fans to enjoy the new voice talent and greatly thank departing cast for their contributions to previous seasons. Basically, corporate speak for fuck you, and fans, please don't hate us. No. Send all the hate Crunchyroll's way. They deserve this. They deserve the hate.
Yeah, they do.
Obviously, don't just go harassing people that work at Crunchyroll that have nothing to do with it. But like at Crunchyroll, you can here's the thing. The almighty dollar is what's really funneling this. And if you're like, hey guys, if you're not even gonna have a fucking meeting with them and you're just gonna recast them for this shit, then unsubscribe. I'm not the biggest advocate for piracy. I'm going to tell you to support the official release, but at the same time, if you actually go to try to unsubscribe and you see the little Crunchyroll message of please don't unsubscribe, you're helping support the industry, it sounds really, really hollow after shit like this. Crunchyroll, don't expect people to shell out money to support the industry when you yourself won't even do it. And you have the money, honey. You got that Sony money. Just saying. I'm not even a big fan of dubs, but I think dub actors deserve better.
Yeah.
This is corporate America, everybody. If you let the corporate... all the people that are bitching about they don't want big government ignored the fact that we got big corporate. And so instead of the government telling you what to do, now the corporations tell you what to do. You were so busy talking about small business that you neglected big business. You neglected to look at big business. You didn't open your mouth about it. So the previous two generations, my generation too, we are all culpable. We let this happen on our watch. And to everybody that follows us, I apologize for my generation. I can't apologize for the two generations before me. Yeah. Thoughts?
The fuck are they thinking?
Really?
Just
And I mean, it's not even over. I got another Crunchyroll thing that we got to talk about right after this. So,
Oh God.
yeah, another thing they done fucked up on. We're gonna do the quick lightning roundtable thing shortly after this. So, all the stuff I added today, we're just gonna quickly go over.
all right.
Yeah. And so I want to get your thoughts and opinions on this Crunchyroll nonsense while we have time. The last thing I know we're not going to be able to just skip over because it's going to kind of be a thing. But everything else, yeah. All right. No thoughts on this other than just like fuck them?
Basically, because if someone's asking for something reasonable,
They didn't even
why would you
ask
be
for changes.
unreasonable?
They didn't even ask for changes to the contract. They just were like, hey, would you set up a meeting to actually discuss this? He didn't say anything about like, you need to actually work out this deal with them or whatever. He set no terms other than just like, could you please meet with them in good faith? They wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
So these corporate fucking ghouls are the unreasonable people.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And at this time, we don't know if it was a decision made by Sony or if it was just strictly Crunchyroll themselves.
Could have been either or. Could have been either or. That having been said, let's move on to the other Crunchyroll news. Crunchyroll update statement on advertising their VOD policy. I didn't even know they had a fucking VOD policy. But this pertains to ads for the free stuff. Crunchyroll provided an update statement on to Anime News Network this week regarding its advertising video on demand or AVOD policy. Crunchyroll continues to make more than 1,000 hours of anime available for free through our advertiser-supported tier. Select episodes of our most popular anime prior to the current season are still available to watch for free with ads. Similarly, we do make new content available for free with ads via our seasonal samplers launched at the beginning of each anime season. AVOD content will rotate and refresh regularly, sometimes returning for stunts or special promotions and commemorative occasions. ANN had reached out to Crunchyroll after discovering that several titles, including El Hazard, Hero Bank, Kirito Pre-chan, and Fairy Musketeers, had used to be available for free users until August 31st, had then changed to content for premium users only as of September 1st. So it doesn't sound like it's some of the major titles, but the more niche stuff went from being free for everybody to watch without premium, and they're getting rotated in and out. Now, I understand why they're doing it. I just don't agree with it from a consumer standpoint. It's like, motherfucker, why should we support the official release if you're not giving us a viable option? Like some
Yeah.
people out there can't even afford a Crunchyroll subscription. So, this free thing is again, it's kind of like how do you make money to support the industry and yet also how do you keep it from piracy? And I feel like I can understand a little bit of what each side is kind of where each side is kind of coming from the people who can't really afford a premium membership to Crunchyroll, where they're at. They're like my niche stuff, but at the same time, it's the niche of the niche, and I understand. Like I'm not seeing the numbers on views either, so maybe the choices are being made by that. But also, I can see why Crunchyroll's like, look, dude, we got a paywall for a reason. These niche animation studios and stuff, they gotta get paid too. These animators gotta get paid. Well, those animators, those dubbers, those translators would get paid a whole hell of a lot more if you'd actually pay them the appropriate rates, Crunchyroll. And I'm specifically calling out Crunchyroll because I know how much you fucked over translators financially since the beginning of your inception. I've had a lot of people sit there and say that, oh man, because I know people at Crunchyroll, I go easy on them around my Crunchyroll set. No, fuck that, dude. When they make a bad decision, I'm going to call them out for it. All right. Thoughts?
And, well, I'm just reading the rest of the article, and it doesn't sound like it's just the niche anime that they're
it's
cutting
not.
the ad.
What
Yeah.
else got cut?
No, just the wording of the article. Crunchyroll announced in March that it would no longer offer free ad-supported viewing starting with its spring 2022 season lineup. Crunchyroll will instead require that viewers have a subscription to access new and continuing simulcasts. The company added that the first 3 episodes of each title will be available for ad-supported viewing for a week after their premiere on Crunchyroll until a certain point, and subsequent episodes will be limited to subscribers.
Wow.
Crunchyroll confirmed that with continuing anime, ad-supported viewing will not be available with episodes starting with the spring season, but episodes prior to the spring season will be available.
Sad.
Crunchyroll had previously provided Anime News Network with a comment stating that episodes of anime prior to this past spring season would still be available to watch for free with ads. The company added that it would continue to make new content available for free with ads, and that it is only stopping the automatic free availability of all simulcast content. Crunchyroll previously allowed free ad-supported streaming for simulcast titles 1 week after an episode premiered. So, yeah, it doesn't sound like it's just the niche anime that they're cutting this
Yep.
AVOD for.
Okay, that's so much worse than I thought it was.
I mean, the fact that a lot of people do rely on Funimation and Crunchyroll just for the newest seasons of anime coming out, this is basically just flipping them off and saying, give us money, otherwise you can't watch.
Here's my other thing. We're going to be announcing another anime that's coming out soon that is not being picked up by Crunchyroll.
Thank God.
Yeah, or Funimation. So yeah, I'm not saying they're saving the community, and honestly, I do not like their layout. I don't like how their website works. They need to get their shit together in a better way. But high dive.
They need to get rid of Crunchyroll beta. That is just
no Crunchyroll
stupid.
beta. I like the look of it. Like, oh my god, how it looks, how it feels. I don't notice a major difference. It kind of feels a bit like Verve, and I'm enjoying that. No,
or
Crunchyroll
at least
beta,
give us. No, go ahead.
I want High Dive needs to fix their streaming setup. It's ridiculous.
I just wish they would give us the option to go back to pre-beta instead of forcing us into the beta.
All right. Who wants some happy anime news?
I do.
All right. Guys, here we go. We're going to do a shotgun of happy anime news real quick because we really need that infusion of stuff. I know you haven't seen it, Moon, but it's really good. It's on Netflix. You should check it out. Way of the House Husband Season 2 is officially announced for Netflix. Literally, here's the premise. A former Yakuza gang member, scary-ass, rough, tough-looking dude, is now playing the role of a house husband, doing basic
he-
everyday household things, cooking,
And he does it
going shopping.
really well.
He does it really well, and in the most mafia-esque, intimidating way possible. It's
I've seen
fucking
clips.
gold. It is gold. Great comedy gold. Like, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait, dude. Okay, second. Misfit of Demon King Academy 2's anime promo reveals January 2023 premiere. So, we're getting that. Also, didn't Way of the House Husband come with a date? Yeah, Way of the House Husband also coming out in January. So, now that we're entering the fall, we're getting the winter announcements. So, Way of the House Husband Season 2, Misfit of Demon King Academy Season 2. If you have not seen Misfit of Demon King Academy, it is to the isekai / fantasy genre what One Punch Man was to shonen. It is a parody of the genre, and it does it well. Literally, this motherfucker kills another motherfucker with his heartbeat. That's in episode 1, and he does it multiple times. Like this fucking, oh man, Anos Voldigold. I just cannot say enough. It is hilarious. It is overdone. It is satire. It is meant to be stupid. Deal with it. Okay, so I said we were to talk about High Dive a little bit. High Dive is going to stream the new Urusei Yatsura anime. So the remake of the old, I think it's 80s, maybe 80s, early 90s show, Urusei Yatsura. I've seen a lot of stuff for this in like the old, the back in the day anime crowd doing like in the birth of AMVs and stuff. I've seen some stuff for this. It was mostly like fan servicey kind of stuff, but basically I can't remember if she's a demon or an alien, possibly both, but either or. I know nothing about this, but I've seen a lot of stuff about this. I'm interested, and I'm glad that High Dive is picking it up, even though I'm not a fan of High Dive's website and how they handle their streaming. Super glad for that. All right. Mashal got a new promo video. Guys, if you have not heard me rave enough about this, Mashal, Muscles and Magic, is a great series that you should be checking out over on Shonen Jump. Guys, it's only $2.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee, and it actually goes to helping support the creators that you love, especially now that everything is going digital instead of just straight analog. This is a series that was a Shonen Jump Plus series originally, so it's nice to see it out like this. And secondly, guys, it's fucking fantastic. What if Saitama from what if Saitama from One Punch Man went to Hogwarts? That's what you can learn about Magic, Muscle, and Mashal. Magic and Muscles, goddammit. I'm trying to promo this without looking, and I need to look. Yeah, I'm clearly. All right, so they revealed the cast list. They revealed some behind the scenes. I'm really excited. There's no major release date other than to say that it's coming out next year, but I'm super happy for it. Mashal is hilarious. Yeah, it really is Saitama Goes to Hogwarts. All right. My Hero Academia's sixth season to air for half a year. I'm honestly, every time I see My Hero Academia in another news article, I roll my eyes, and I didn't want to talk about this, but it's going to air for half a year, so they're not breaking it into cores like that. So it's going to be a long-running thing, as it should be, because if you know what the next arc is about, holy shit, you don't want a mid-season break. It's going to get intense. Fanboys and fangirls are gonna cry, and I can't wait to bathe in your tears. So, that's right, bathing. I know it's new to some of you con-goers, but it's called a bath. All right, anyway. Okay, I was surprised about this because I did not know that this was getting an anime. I heard about this, I think it was from Mother's Basement one time. He was talking about manga and light novels that deserve your attention. Tomo-chan as a Girl anime reveals new video and 2 new cast members. So I've heard about this. I vaguely remember some stuff about this, but I don't remember a lot. The Aniplex Online Fest 2022 event revealed new cast members and new video on Saturday for the television adaptation of Tomo-chan as a Girl manga. So Yeah, I don't know a lot about this, but I'm curious to see how it goes. Uh, I don't know if she's a tomboy or if she used to be a dude that is now a girl, like thanks to
Uh,
magic wish stuff because anime.
if I remember correctly, she was a tomboy.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Everybody just thought she was a dude, and then they were like, "Oh shit, you grew boobs."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All
like,
right. That having been said, though, that is our
it's like
roundup
Rudius
of
all
anime
over again.
goodness. That is anime. Yeah, right. Sylphie. All right. So 80s. All right. So yeah, Eris is the tomboy, and yet you knew outright she was a girl.
Oh, it was obvious.
By the way, I got the soundtrack from Ashoku Sensei last night, and one of the tracks is "You Can't Buy Dere." Can't buy Dere. I was like, yeah,
That's amazing.
That's great. I love that. So that was a roundup of good news in the anime side of things. Let me know what you all thought, of course, in the comments and in the chat. And Doggo,
Yes, you know what's coming up, don't you, bud?
let me know what's. He's like, I want to go out. He wants to go for a walk, doesn't he?
No, he just wants attention.
Oh, okay. Okay. Speaking of attention whore doggos. Hi. 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 Hi.
Oh.
Hi. 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 That's literally his whole thing. Hi. 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 Yeah, now that he's got his treat, he will fuck off. I said the T word. Now he's really excited. All right. Hop off. Hop off. Yes. Good boy. All right, go lie down. All right, that having been said, that's our anime roundup. What did you guys think about that?
Lots of good news.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, now to get to something that's kind of I'm excited and also like kind of torn on this. All right, so new Rurouni Kenshin TV anime reveals cast, staff, and 2023 premiere. I'm happy for this because number one, the Kenshin anime was amazing. Second, it never actually finished. It ended at a filler arc. That having been said, ever since the mangaka got busted with CP, which if you don't know what those are, yeah. If you don't know what those letters mean, look it up. We're not saying that on YouTube. I felt horrible because I have all 28 volumes of the manga, and I'm like, did my money go to supporting this? But there's also this, every time Kenshin stuff comes up, it's always that art versus the artist thing. Like, I love the art. Can't stand the artist. Of course, then again, I don't know all the full particulars about what's going on, but Japan's laws on CP aren't exactly like the strictest. So, like, if you got arrested for it in Japan, what did you have? Keep in mind, guys, age of consent in Japan in some places is 13. That's scary.
I mean, you can Google it and you'll get a. Yeah, if you Google it, you'll get a.
Go for it. Yeah.
If you Google it, you'll get a picture of a white guy giving you the "Why are you looking at this?" stare.
Yeah. Guys, the other thing is, I forgot what it was I was gonna say because I got interrupted twice.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. My ADHD kicks in. Yeah, so the age of consent is 13 over there, and that's kind of messed up. Oh, yeah. Guys, do you remember when you were 13 and how much of a dumbass you were back then? Do you really think you should have been making decisions about whether you were ready for sex or not at 13? Were you more culpable, gullible, easier to believe somebody because they were a little bit older and more mature than you? Or maybe because you put them in a light that they really weren't because they only showed you one aspect of themselves. And you were too dumb to see through it and see the rest of what was over there. That was like a big red neon flashing sign saying, no, stop, don't. But then you ended up saying, no, don't stop. Yeah, exactly. My point exactly. Nobody at the age of 13 is sufficiently okay up here to be able to make any of those kind of decisions. And I'm sorry for those of you that are young that are watching this going, hey, nobody tells me what to do. You're an idiot. You just haven't learned it yet. The reason I could say this with confidence is because I was too. I'm going to look back on myself in 5 years and go, God, what an idiot I was. This is going to be a constant thing. You're going to look back on where you are 5 years from now and go, God, I was a moron.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. That having been said, though, I'm kind of down for a Kenshin anime, especially if this is going to cover the breadth of the actual story, because the story's good. The mangaka is kind of shit. And
This is going to be very interesting to hear, but I've actually seen a good amount of the original.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also,
Watched it back when it came on Toonami.
Also, Rurouni Kenshin is officially where Oda got his start. Rurouni Kenshin was he was a assistant on Rurouni Kenshin. There's a character, a big old character in the final arc that shows up that gets kicked in the stomach and a bomb pops out of him, and it's the Straw Hat Skull and Crossbones.
That's amazing.
It is literally the very first sighting of something One Piece related. So there you go.
That's cool.
So yeah, dude, that is what we're working on. So if it's a story that Oda cut his teeth on, then you know the story's pretty good. Now, does not mean that the guy behind it is not a piece of shit. But this kind of leads me into other territory. Anybody that's heard of the manga series Act Age, that was done by two people, an artist and a writer. And the writer did some shit, and it was nowhere near as bad as what the Kenshin creator did. And Shonen Jump shelved that shit so fast and deleted it from their website, act like it never existed. And yet, and this was when it was like really taking off and getting popular and could have been like on the verge of cusp of getting an anime. But they'll let this motherfucker continue? Really? Like, if money is all that matters, then bring us back to Act Age, because that was a good series. Now, I understand ending it because the artist wanted to end it, but don't act like this content that was already made doesn't exist. Fuck you. Shonen Jump's double standards are annoying. That's all I'm gonna go with. All right, that having been said, thank you guys so much. Holy cow! Last minute thoughts, because that was our last thing.
Don't be stupid. Keep up good work, and watch anime.
Okay. Sorry, I deleted all the Fat Dog content I created on accident. I didn't create it on accident. I deleted it on accident.
Yeah.
And I could not. I recovered it, but it's all corrupted now. So I have to redo everything. That means this whole stream, I had to reset everything on OBS for this stream because all this stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need to debut a thing. You know what? I'll debut a thing. I'll debut it on Monday. You guys get to see. The people in the call get to see it before me. Or you know what? I'll debut it now. Fuck that. All right. So let's see. That is our new thumbnails for the Slime Light novel readings moving forward.
Interesting.
Yep.
Awesome.
I thought so. So yeah, I put this together yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're looking at, man.
Cool.
So yeah, I feel like that's kind of a better design anyway. And yeah. So there we are. Now everybody got to see it. Yay!
Woo!
I love Rickalicious. Neat.
Neat.
Neat. That the ep in I'm on. That's the ep you're on. The castle was before the punch. Yes, it was. Castle was very much before the punch. I love that our most commented stuff was when we were talking about Spy Family. Then everybody was like, so. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Praise Arceus.
Praise
cookies.
Arceus.
Eat
Praise
cookies.
Arceus.
Peanuts. And and you guys have a lovely day. Are we doing Arceology later today, or are you doing D&D?
I'm doing D&D this week.
Okay. Cool. So Arceology tomorrow, over on my channel, Like Zoinks Gaming.
Yes.
That having been said,
I
guys,
will be there for whatever time I can be, but yeah.
That having been said, guys, thank you so much. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology. With me,
I am
Okay, yeah, sure. Go for it.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology.
And I am Fenris Arun, your patron saint of snackos.
This has been Anime Church with all the news and goodies that you could possibly want. Sorry it was so much and that we didn't talk a lot about it, but yeah, we kind of had to do a bit of.
That's what happens when we miss a week. Yeah.
Right. Look, my parents came up. I was going to see it. Deal with it.
Parents are more important.
Yes. You all have a wonderful one. We'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.
Bye.